when you're winning. Get a goal, it's just the beginning. You gotta sing when you're winning. Everywhere you go. Everywhere you go. You gotta sing when you're winning. Get a goal, it's just the beginning. Sing, sing when you're winning. Everywhere you go.
Hello and welcome to episode 72 of the Sing When You're Winning, a fantasy football league oddity podcast featuring distant cousins of podcast royalty and a very special guest this week who we will reveal very shortly. But waiting in line for the podcast throne this week, it's myself, Jamie, we've got Steve and we've got Jersey Chris this Friday morning.
Hello.
How are we all doing?
Hello.
Right. As we're into another weekend, I'm going to ask, who's winning the Brits this weekend? Are you interested?
Oh, is it the Brits?
It is the Brits live on ITV tomorrow night, rivaling whatever football matches will be on. But yeah, does anyone care? Is anyone still? I mean, Noel Gallagher's won Songwriter of the Year or something like that, which seems a bit random. But yeah, are we down with the kids?
I don't really know. I don't even know any of these artists are, to be honest, nowadays. I'll probably watch it and I'll be like, "Who's this? Who's this?"
Yeah. Are we all at that age?
Somber. Yeah, I like the band Somber. They're pretty good.
Yeah, Somber are decent. Yeah. But he's American, so he's probably up for best international artist or something like that, I'm guessing.
It would be Olivia Dean. She's about only one of them.
Olivia Dean, yeah, she's brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah, she's doing all right. I'm looking at the numbers. What's that?
Made Me with Sam Fender is probably one of the best songs I've heard in the last 10 years.
Well, it's number one, isn't it?
Was it?
It was. It took about a year to get to number one, but it was number one last Friday. But yes, Sam Fender will be up for stuff. He's up for Artist of the Year, Album of the Year, Song of the Year, and Best Alt Rock Act as well. So there you go.
I was going to say, when you said, well, guess what the question is, I thought it was going to be something like, who's going to be the next person arrested in the Epstein files?
You know, I don't like to do too much editing of this podcast. So.
We've not said anything controversial.
I mean, I can leave that question in.
Yeah,
I'll leave the question in. I don't want to know the answer, to be fair. So yes, that's a whole other podcast, isn't it? To be fair, we're not going to get into any of that.
Yeah,
not at all.
Nick met Jason Derulo the other week in Manchester. If you've ever heard of Jason Derulo.
Yes.
Do you get Jason Derulo in Jersey, Chris?
No, we don't, but I know who he is. Yeah.
Isn't he the guy who sings his name at the start of every
He does,
song?
yeah. He sings his name in most of his songs, I think, just so people know.
Yeah, he goes, Jason Derulo, or something like that.
Yeah, maybe not quite
Better than that, obviously. There you go.
He did some sort of flash mob dance thing in Manchester when she was shopping.
All right. So you just started dancing in front of her. Well, not her personally, but just like round where she was.
No, I think she said she went shopping and I went to the pub to watch football or something. And and then she said there was a black SUV pulled up and then a lot of flash mobby looking people were hanging around and then a lot of guys in black jackets with Jason Derulo written on the back were hanging around.
I love the way they've actually got his name. Does he just love his name?
And then they waited about half an hour until the crowd built up, and then they let him out. And then he's like, then it looked like he's all shocked that this big crowd was there waiting for him, but really he sort of built it up a little bit because it'd have been a bit naff if he'd have just got out and nobody would care who he was.
Yeah, a few pensioners from Manchester going.
Yeah, who's this dude?
Jason Derulo. Who are you? Obviously, that's not a Mancunian accent, but I can't do accents, as we know.
I don't know whether he's up for a BRIT Award or not. So.
He might be up for Best International Flash Mob Dance.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the crack. But yeah, I'm sure we'll all be watching the Brits. Maybe when we have a bit of a WhatsApp chat tomorrow night on the Brits.
And then on Saturday?
Saturday, yeah, tomorrow night, yeah.
Leeds, Man City, I'm afraid. Gonna have to tape it then.
That's early though, isn't it? The Brits will be on after. Brits will be on after.
I'll be.
Was it R5 Man City?
I think Leeds Man City's R5.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm going to that. I thought it was 3 o'clock.
Oh, you'd have been there early.
See, informative, this podcast.
It is. It's informative, occasionally entertaining. Let's bring in our guest who's waited very patiently. We'll find out if he knows who's winning the Brits or if he cares. But yes, we've got a founder member of the Sing When You're Winning in his 15th season. Way back in 2012, he finished 4th in the league. He's currently 24th of 24, but he was promoted last season, so it's a hard league. But we all know really he's missed the championship, and who can blame him? So he's probably going to return us. But welcome along to this week's pod, second time I think on the pod for you, Mr. Tim Ward. Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Woo.
Thank you for having me. I came fourth in my first season.
Yeah, I was
Right.
surprised.
Bloody hell. All right. Probably my best. That must be my best finish.
You finished 5th a couple of times.
Did I? I don't know what's happened.
Yeah, 5th in 2018. Actually, 1/5 was in the championship. And obviously you got promoted last season. But admit it, you've missed the championship, haven't you?
It's the best league in the world, isn't it? That's what they
It
say.
is.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is.
Obviously, that's why I'm trying to get there as quickly as possible.
Yeah, and don't worry, it's just as good as you remember.
Yeah.
In fact, this season it's crazier than ever. To be fair, but yeah, will you be watching the Brits tomorrow night, Tim? Is that your thing?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm actually busy, but yeah, I would normally watch the Brits. I think. I mean, again, like you, Steve, I wouldn't know who's winning or who's nominated. Ray, is she nominated for something? I quite like Ray.
I think she won a lot last year, possibly.
Okay. But I know that, yeah, like you said, like Noel Gallagher's nominated for best songwriter, even though he hasn't written a song for about 12 years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Although the War Child album helped too. I don't know if anyone's heard any of those tracks yet, but the 4 tracks they'd released before today, this Friday morning, are all absolute bangers. Very, very good if you're into that kind of thing.
Heard the Arctics one. The Arctics one's good.
Yeah, that's good. The Pulp's track is off its head and probably the best track they've done in years. Last Dinner Party I really liked, probably their best track I've ever heard as well.
Yeah, they're
so
good.
But yeah, I would strongly recommend it. Not anyway, we need to get on and talk about football, not music. I can sense that we need to move swiftly on. But yeah, how's your season going, Tim? I mean, obviously you're 24th to 24, but like
just
how have you found it this season? What are the pitfalls of your season? Maybe?
Well, I had a look because I'm convinced that I shouldn't. That's a false position. I don't think I should be 24th, but I've looked. And I think I should be 22nd. I think I've been robbed 3 times so far this season in games. But I'm still struggling to emotionally recover from the week. I can't remember which week it was. I think it was November, December time where I benched Van der Ven, and it was when he scored a brace and scored like 32 points. And I've not really emotionally recovered from that since then. But I think, off the top of my head, I think I'm in not bad form in the last sort of 10 games or so. I think I've won like 4 or 5 out of the last 10 or something.
It was that little spell where you had 14 defeats in a row that probably did it.
Yeah, there is that. Yeah, that's probably what's done for me. I'm only 10 points off. I'm not giving up hope. Well, I'll give it another week, then I'll give up hope. But
just a couple of wins, you'll be fine.
Yeah,
you'll get the pod bounce. You'll get 3 points at the weekend.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, new pod bounce.
Look at Chris. You see, Chris sort of managed to pull himself out of there.
Yeah. He did.
He was confident. He manifested it to the world, and Chris is he's not looking back now. Although we'll find out how you did at the weekend shortly. But yeah, should we have a look back at game week 27 then? Praised by the chairman with 67 points and game week ranking of 479,353. So that's quite high. Not as good as some people have had recently, but yes, 67 points was Major Tom. So well done, Tom, for that. But sacked in the morning, Steve, I think you were a bit disappointed with this one, weren't you?
Shocking, absolutely disgraceful.
He says with a miserable 25 points.
25 and 22 on his bench as well.
I mean, that's got to hurt, hasn't it, to be fair? But yes, it's Finn, but his team's not that bad when you look at it.
Like, no, it's quite good, isn't it? Yeah. It's just,
and you think, how's that so bad with like Timber, Gabriel at the back, Pickford in goal, Gay, you've got Semenyo, Fernandez, Rogers, Ekitike, Haaland, Krupi Jr. Another one with Krupi Jr. I don't get it. But it was a game week ranking of 12,419,520. So yeah, Not the best. I think it's fair to say.
Move
Did
on.
you let him know your disappointment in the house?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, and he must have been angry because he just said, "Why have you used that photo?"
All right. Well, next time he does well or badly, maybe you can find some root through the family photo album and find something
No.
else. Maybe.
Well, I've said just send me one that he thinks that you've approved.
Okay. I think most people were just looking at who it was rather than what he looked like, but you never know.
Probably just hoping that he doesn't get there again.
Yes, probably next
Like
time.
I say,
it'll
his team's all right. Next week he'd probably get a good score.
Yeah,
So.
I was going to say, you look at that team. I'm genuinely. I'm sure they are worst sides in the league that somehow didn't score worse points this week. But anyway, and also remember that there's 2 game weeks coming up before your next pod. So the deadlines are tonight, early deadline at 6:30 p.m. So don't miss that one. And it's likely to be Tuesday for game week 29. Well, it will be Tuesday, probably around 5 p.m. ish. I don't know the exact time. But I think the kickoff's 7:30 or something on that Tuesday night. So don't fall foul of the deadlines. I bet loads of people forget that it's a Friday deadline, and loads of people forget about Tuesday as well.
Yeah, it's kind of that time of season where you have to be on the ball a bit, isn't it? With all these
Exactly.
fixtures and blank weeks and double weeks and
yeah, there's lots of it about. But should we have a look back at the full rundown then of game week 27 with you, Steve?
Yeah, the average score this week was only 45, not very much. In the Premier League, the highest was Tom Gregory, who got the team of the week, of course. So he got 67 and beat Paul Chambers Tonner, who got 54. There's 63 for Ali Bruce Ball. He beat Mark Summerton, who only got 38. Down at the bottom, it was an important one for Andrew Chester, and he lost to Neil Martin 65-52. Adam Devlin beat Chris Payne, and I beat Leon in among the title contenders up there.
Oh.
Rick Witter finally lost after his incredible winning streak. And Nikolai Costa-Waldau played his wild card to try and get out of trouble down there and try and catch up with Chris. And he beat Chris Dawkes, so that worked out well for him. Championship, 63 was the highest for Lee Cooper. He beat Nick, who only managed 50. And she wasn't very happy to see Gyökeres score for Arsenal. That's finished her off.
He looked decent on Sunday for a change, didn't he?
Yeah, there was a 62 for Rich Pipes, who's been struggling, so he'll be happy with that. Alistair Griffin beat Rich Lay 57-55. And league leader Joe Derrick beat you, Jamie, by 1 point in a pretty poor 39-38.
I know. If I'd not made because I had -4 for transfers. If I'd not made any transfers, I'd have beaten him. But I got scared because he had Palmer in his side, so I moved everything around to match him with Cole Palmer, and that was a foolish move. There we go.
Oh dear. But he is top.
He is top,
and he's getting that winner's luck, isn't he? Champion's luck.
Mm-hmm.
Swanee beat Alex Renton 48-37. Swanee was very excited about that. He kept messaging over the weekend, see how he was getting on, because he obviously doesn't have the live tables.
Yeah, good stuff.
And Michelle Gale beat John Gregory 46-43, and they were both playing each other in the cup and the league this week.
So she got the double.
And Michelle only won because Pickford let a goal in, so that won the game there, because John had Pickford in goal. League One, Tim Bresnan got 65, beat last week's guest Ben Hope, who got 49, so no bounce there for Ben.
Bounce there. Forget about the bats.
Craig Wilson got a 54 to beat Mark Morris, who got 36. Sophie Ridge is back up there. She beat Steve Wybrandt 46-42. Phil Quart beat Grace Maloney 47-37. Dave Atkins beat Mike Bushell 53-42 in a top-end clash there. And Ben Halliwell, the runaway leader, won again. League Two then, starting to get some games under the belt there now. Mikey Austin Riley got 66 to beat Jack Banderas 48. Felix White got 63 to beat Maddox Jones is 50. Maddox messaged me, he's a bit, feels like the wheels have come off now and it's all going wrong for him. Joe Singleton beat Neil Poynton 55-48. And in the Conference League, The top 2 scores in that division were in the same match. It was in the basement battle between Chesney Hawks and Ben Taylor, and Chesney won 64-62. Steve Bradley got 59 to beat Freddie Gaminara's 52, and Adam Constive has now won all 6 of his games since the switch in divisions there, and he beat Duke Witter 54-50. Quick look at league tables. Premier League. Adam Devlin is top with 60 points. Second is Leon Farrer with 58. Third is me with 58. And then Rich Archer has 54. Down at the bottom, sorry, you two. Rock bottom is Tim with 21 points. Nikolai's got 25 points. Andrew Chester's got 25 points. And then there's a bit of a gap, and it's Chris Dawkes with 31 and Chris Duhamel with 33. So 8 points safe now, Chris.
It's looking good.
Is that enough?
Yes, 100% easy.
I think probably is.
You'll need one of them to put a little run together.
Well, I'll be going back on the run. I've lost the last 2 games, so.
I mean, God, I hope one of them does put a run together. That would really.
If it came down to the final day.
I'm a bit too cocky at the moment. I'm a bit too cocky.
Championship then, Joe's got 60 points at top. He's now 8 points clear of Alistair Griffin's 52, who is 4 points clear of Alex Renton on 48. Playoffs are Ross Millard with 45, Phil Pinder with 43. Though at one point in that week, Phil Pinder was losing and he was dropping to about 13th, so that shows how close it all is there. He ended up winning and being 5th. And Michelle Gale is now 6th, and she used to be in the relegation.
Yeah, she's on a hell of a run at the moment, isn't she?
Down there, yeah. And down at the bottom there, a little gap, because Swanee's winners pushed them up a little bit, so there's lots of teams on 39 to 37 points. And 17th is Richley with 36. And then there's a gap now of 4 points to Lee Nicholson with 32. Rich Pipes with 32. Cole still way behind, 24th. It's looking grim for Cole, isn't it?
I think he's gone. Yeah, I think he's gone.
He's, what, 12 points from staying up now? He'd have to find a bit of a win. League One, Ben Halliwell has got 57 points. Second is Steve Wybrandt, 51. And the playoffs are Grace Maloney, 48. Mike Bushell, 46. Ben Hope, 45. Dave Atkins, 43. Sophie Ridge is now back up to 7th with 42. And down at the bottom, Anton Witter won, so he got out of the relegation zone. The bottom sides now, Nathan Clark, 34. Jonas Rodebo, 33. Vicky Sparks, 28. And Nige Clark is 27 points and rock bottom. Nige been down there all season. I think it's looking grim for Nige. League Two, Mikey, Joe Singleton, Felix White, and Alfie Witter have all got 15 points, and they're 6 points clear of Jack Bandera in 5th. And Marty Longstaff and Kev Sim are the bottom 2, both with only 3 points. And in the Conference League, Adam Constive has won every game so far and has 18 points and is top of the Conference League.
Good.
And that's
stuff.
about it. And there was
That
cup
rounds
games
up.
this week. Lots of you went through in the cup as well.
The Championship are winning in the cup at the moment, aren't they?
They are. In the cup, was what, 16 teams left now, 1 Premier League team, 6 Championship sides, 2 from League One, 3 from League Two, and 4 Conference League sides.
Oh, 4 conferences.
Obviously, the Premier League teams are not taking it seriously this year. And not,
Yeah, they're just they're getting far too complacent, I think it's fair to say. But yeah, I'm rooting for a Championship side to win it this season. That'd be good. Fingers
Are you
crossed.
in it, Jamie? Are you with those?
I'm not. I got knocked out in the
no.
first round by Mike Bushell, who got 90 odd or something like that.
Oh, dear.
I got hammered in the first game, so it was a short thing for me. Anyways, as we talked about relegation, thank you for that, Steve. But as we talked about relegation last week, I thought we'd talk about who's going to win the title in the real world. And it's looking very much like it's coming down to, it's a 2-horse race, isn't it? Let's be honest. And before I ask you who it is, I'll give you some information in case you need it. That basically Arsenal and Man City both face Chelsea in their next 5 matches before a potential title decider with the current top 2 at the Etihad in mid-April. Only 4 of the Gunners' remaining 10 matches are away, and just 2 of these are outside London, so they're not travelling very far at all. But 6 of Man City's matches are on the road, although they do end the campaign with 3 of their final 4 fixtures at home, which could be a bit of a sway. So anyway, I don't know whether any of those stats are helpful or useful, but who wants to go first? Who's going to win the title, Arsenal or Man City?
When they play each other, where's that at Etihad?
Is it at the Etihad?
I think Arsenal do it this year. Everyone said it was a big wobble last week and a bit of an overreaction. Then they've gone and won. And I think Man City have still got a defeat in them. And then when they lose at Elland Road on Saturday, it's all going to blow wide open.
Well, you look at City's next 3 games and Arsenal's next. City's got Leeds, Forest, and West Ham. So if they really want to win the title, they should win all 3 of those games. But I'm like you, I don't think they will. And Arsenal have got Chelsea, but then after Chelsea, they've got Brighton, Everton, and Bournemouth. So you'd expect them to go on and win all those 3 as well. So it's, I think it's going to be tight. And last game of the season, Arsenal are away at Palace, and City are home to Villa. If it goes to the final game,
I see City beating Chelsea more than I see Arsenal beating Chelsea, and I think City will beat Arsenal, and they've got a game in hand.
Yeah, they do. Okay.
So they'll be 2 points behind then if they win their game in hand. That is.
Yeah, I mean they've got a lot of easy games left. I think it's probably fair to say.
I also think it would be funny if Arsenal bottle it again.
It would be funny. Let's be honest. And
Arsenal
surely
and Spurs get relegated.
But Arteta wouldn't survive that. I think if they ball it this year, I can't, unless they win the Champions League, which could still happen. Let's be honest about that. But yeah, so we've got 1 for Arsenal, 1 for City. Tim, what do you reckon?
I think Arsenal will hang on. I think, like Steve said, I think Man City, they probably will win the game in hand. They probably will beat Arsenal, but then they'll drop points somewhere else. They've not been that great all season, so I think Arsenal will cling on and win by a couple of points by the end.
Okay, we'll see. Arsenal have still got to play Newcastle, are a bit of a bogey team for them though. Newcastle seem to raise the game whenever they play them. West Ham away. Could West Ham be fighting for survival at that point? Game week 36. That could be tricky for Arsenal. Who knows? Who knows? I'm going to go for City. I think Arsenal are going to blow it. I know they stuffed Spurs, but let's be honest, Spurs were appallingly bad.
News for us.
Yes, Spurs. I think out of everything, if Spurs could get relegated, I think that would be my favourite thing to happen this season. To be fair,
it would, wouldn't it? It would be brilliant.
Yeah, you want to see big teams like that go down. Do you know what I mean? So
it would. I would absolutely love it. I know we mentioned all this last week, but if Spurs went down, Lee's not here, so we can talk about his fan. If Spurs went down, and what a stadium to have in the Championship, and then and every one of the players would want to leave, and they'd have to have a complete rebuild. It'd be amazing.
It would. It would be absolutely fantastic. But yeah, I'd be stunned if it did happen, because we talked about relegation last week. But yeah, as a wish list of who could go down, Spurs going down would be extra special. Sorry, Lee, but it is true. Right, let's
followed by West Ham and Forest and Palace.
You just want to relegate them all.
Any of them will do, really. So yeah. I don't care.
And as I said last week, Leeds aren't going down, so I don't know what you're worried about.
And you're winning.
And Middlesbrough are going to win the Championship.
They're not going to win the Championship. I'd take second. I'd take second in avoiding the playoffs, because Wrexham are on the march. I think it's fair to say they're flying. But we played Wrexham away last game of the season, so I hope it's all over by then, because I don't want a Disney ending of Wrexham.
Stoke. How was Stoke doing, Tim? Are they Stoke doing all right?
No, we're not. So mid-November we were second. If you can,
they were doing all right.
We're now 15th, having won I think 3 in 16. I think it is now. We've had 12 injuries to first teamers, and it's been a bit of a shit show since mid-November. So back part of the course for us. We haven't finished in the top half since we got relegated, so we've just returned to that kind of form.
But it is injuries, isn't it? I remember we played you a couple of weeks ago, and to be fair to Mark Robbins, he was like, what can I do? Like, I'm throwing the team out there. They're doing as best they can, but then they can't play the top teams and get results, because how can he expect to perform with 12 players out, like you said?
Yeah, exactly. Like Victor Johansson, who arguably is the best goalkeeper in the Championship, he got injured. We brought in a lone goalkeeper for Southampton. He got injured after half an hour of his debut. So we're playing, and he's doing all right. Our goalkeeper Tommy Simkin, he's doing all right. But he's only 21. He was on loan at Leyton Orient until 4 weeks ago, and now he's starting in the Championship. He's done okay, but you know he did cost us a goal, admittedly, in the FA Cup against Fulham. But and then Shamadou at right back was injured. Baker's been out and suspended. Manhoff's been injured. The only one of our top players who hasn't been injured really is Sorba Thomas, but he is absolutely knackered now because he's basically playing every minute of every game all season. So he needs a rest as well. So I just wanted to finish top half, and we still can. So that's still what I'm hoping for. But got that little twinkle of hope when we were second in mid-November that actually maybe we could finish top 6 here, and then it's all gone to pot. Yeah,
but I do like Robbins. He's one of my favourite managers. I think he'll cut if you stick with him, which I can't see why you wouldn't. I think he could be someone who comes good next season.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because he knows his stuff. And have you still got Coventry to play again, or have you played them twice?
No, I think we've played them twice. They beat us narrowly. Did we have to play them again? Actually, they beat us narrowly at home at Stoke in December, 1-0, and we played them in the cup and beat them. Yeah, we have played them twice. We played them in the league as well and lost both.
I was hoping that Robbins would get one off.
Sadly not.
Never mind. I'm clinging to anything. Right.
Surely Millwall aren't going to go up.
No, there's no way they will.
No.
They would. If it gets to the playoffs based on current form, I'd be scared of Wrexham. And for me, it's either Ipswich might catch Borough or Coventry. I mean, Coventry could still blow it. Let's be honest; they're only 3 points clear at the moment. They've got Sheffield United this week, and I quite fancy Sheffield United to turn them over.
That'd be a shame, wouldn't it? Coventry messed up.
Yeah, it could still happen. But anyway,
Patrick nearly went to Coventry, didn't he? So that'd be a bit. If he scored for Sheffield against them, that'd be.
He nearly went to. The rumour
Coventry one. He wanted training with Coventry, and then it was all going to go through, and then they pulled it at last minute or something.
Shall we have a look back at who the hell knows fixtures last week? Forest, Liverpool. Nobody got that. Well, nobody got the 1-0 results. Ben went 1-1. The reason I've mentioned Ben is he was very good in the other games. Spurs, Arsenal. Ben went 4-0 Arsenal, so that was close. Although we were a bit silly last week and gone 5-6, whatever, so he could have done that. And Everton, Manure, he went 1-0. He was absolutely bang on. So well done, Ben. You were the only one who got a prediction right last week. So let's look at the fixtures for this coming weekend, starting tonight. On Sky, very exciting. Wolves Villa. Friday night football, everybody. Wolves Villa. Who's going to kick off with that one? Steve, what do you reckon?
Well, Wolves have picked up a bit now, haven't they? They're not too bad. Local derby, I think they'll be well up for that. And Villa, probably a bit lucky to get a result out of Leeds. 1-1, I think, that one.
1-1. Yeah. Wolves get quite a few draws. Well, not loads, but they tend to draw more than anything at the moment. 1-1. Tim, what do you reckon?
I think Villa have just got a bit too much for Wolves, so I'm going to say 2-1 Villa.
2-1 Villa. Villa is so hit and miss, though, aren't they? Let's be honest. You must be crap to be a Villa fan, because some weeks you must go, wow, we're absolutely amazing, and then the other week they're just very average. So, but yeah, 2-1 Villa. Chris, what do you reckon?
I think it's going to be a close game, but I was going to go 2-1 Villa, but I'm going to have to go 3-1 Villa.
Okay.
I think it'll be a quite close game.
You were allowed to go 2-1, Chris, if you wanted to.
Yeah, you can match.
We can share.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for a Wolves win, just because I can. So yeah, 2-1 Wolves. Could be 1-1. A late goal in the Black Country derby. Is it the Black Country derby? I know it's a Midlands derby. Whatever.
I don't think you should say that to Villa fans.
Oh, will he get upset? Will
I
he
think
get upset?
so, yeah, I think so.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, well, we don't have any Villa fans in the league, do we?
No.
No, so no one's
Oh, you
offended.
can say
There
that.
we
No,
go.
fine. Carry on.
I'll get that wrong and say it
We
again.
need to find one, don't we? We need to find a celebrity Villa fan to come and join.
Yes.
Like,
Let's get
Prince William. Yeah, Prince
Prince
William. Yeah,
Get him on.
Chesney probably knows him. We'll get him to tap him up.
Yeah, you can have a bit of a chat. But yes, anyway, so I was going to go near the Epstein thing, and I'm staying away from that.
Well, was he a Villa fan? Seedy villas.
Very good. I'll edit it in some way that we can keep that bit in, because that was good. Right, Leeds Man City tomorrow. You'll be there, Steve. What will the score be as you're there celebrating or commiserating?
I think Haaland he likes scoring again. He doesn't like scoring against us, but he just does. But he won't celebrate, and everyone will still love him, and we'll all sing songs to him, and he'll wave at us, and it'll all be nice. And he'll probably score 2. I kind of think if we do play really well, we could sneak a draw out of it, but I reckon it'll be 3-1. 3-1 to Man City.
Okay. Tim, what do you reckon?
I'm gonna be optimistic on behalf of my fellow Leeds fans in the pod and say, well, you're not gonna win, but I'm gonna say 2-2. I'm gonna go 2-2 draw.
I was going to go Desmond as well, to be fair. I'm going to stick with Desmond. It's got that vibe about Leeds are scoring goals, and it's good. And I imagine it'll be another cracking night at Elland Road, to be fair. Good fun. And everyone will be getting excited, ready to watch the Brits, so it'll be a good warm. Can't wait to get on and watch it. Chris, how about you? Will you be watching it in Jersey at the pub, or?
I'll be in the pub, yeah, with a City fan. So yeah, we'll be having a laugh. Going up for food as well first, so yeah, we're quite drunk.
Anywhere nice for food in Jersey?
Place, yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's going to be pretty close. I don't know why. I think this season at Elland Road under the lights, it's just been brilliant. So I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw.
Okay.
I would like a 2-1 Leeds, but I can't see that happen.
Yeah, that's good. So yeah, it's apart from Steve, we're all fancying a draw there. So, but you never know with Leeds. I've seen you play some brilliant stuff. You seem to have like a bit of an edge again at the moment. So I don't think if you're getting roughing Man City up, they might not like it. You never know.
Yeah, we're just drawing too many at the moment. We're playing well and getting results and not losing, but we're just drawing a lot. We aren't actually winning.
We've drawn 11 or something like that.
A little win every now and then just makes a big difference.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, you're not going down anywhere, and it could be a fun Saturday night in Leeds. And then Sunday, we all can't wait for this one. Fulham against Spurs.
Oh.
I mean, we've not talked about Fulham, I don't think, in a while.
I'm going to go for a 3-0 Fulham.
3-0 Fulham, all right.
Yeah, and I'm going to have Raul and Wilson as scorers.
Oh,
yeah. I had Wilson on my bench for the first time in ages. I was cursing myself at the weekend. Anyway.
I'll go Fulham just because I think it'd be funny. 2-0.
It would be funny. Did you see, was it Van de Ven blatantly ignoring Judah when he was telling him to push up?
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, no, you're my new boss and I'm not going to listen to you.
Which is brave because he looks pretty hard.
Yeah. You wouldn't, yeah, I wouldn't mess with him.
Yeah.
Tim, what do you reckon? Fulham Spurs.
Yeah, I was going to say 2-0 as well. I'll say 2-0 Fulham.
Okey-doke. I feel like I was going to give Spurs for some balance, but I genuinely can't see Spurs going away to Fulham. Fulham are decent at home, aren't they? They're a decent side. I think they get most of the points at home. So
they'll be well up for that, won't they? Fulham, they'll want to beat Tottenham.
Yeah, I mean, if Arsenal can stuff them 4-1, I'm going to go 4-1 as well. I'm going to go Fulham. Fulham will do an Arsenal. They'll get carried away in the second half and they'll moider them. That's what I'm reckoning.
Sorry, Lee. Sorry, Mikey.
Yeah, Mikey listens all the time. He'll be slightly disappointed, but I'm sure he'll be the first to let us know on WhatsApp on Sunday if we're wrong, which I don't think we will be. But yes, so as ever, we'll find out over the weekend, and who the hell knows. And in next week's pod, it'll be another one of those weeks where we can predict the scores before the pod comes out. I know how exciting people.
How exciting!
How exciting! You've got to give people reasons to like get excited about next week's pod as well, Steve. That's what I'm doing. That's a tease there for people. All right. But yeah, Tim, I was going to do the bit while I was sorting the chat GPT quiz out around how Stoke getting on, but we've jumped the gun on that one. So yeah, Tim, is there anything else that you'd like to share while you're on the pod while I just get the quiz set up for this week?
I got a fun. Well, you be the judge if it's a fun fact or not. Out of the 92 league teams, Premier League and EFL, Stoke are the only one out of all 92 not to have a top half finish in the last decade.
I heard that.
So that's what life has been like as a Stoke fan for the last 10 years. Not a single top half finish in 10 years. Which, when you think, we got relegated from the Premier League, and I still remember relegated from the Premier League, our first game back in the Championship was away at Ellen Road, and we got absolutely destroyed, like torn apart. Could have been 6-7, and I just knew, I was like, oh, that's it. We're finishing nowhere near this season, and we haven't any season. So that's the life of a Potter at the moment.
Have they been down to League One in that time as well? Did they get delegate? Oh, they've always been Championship.
We've only been Championship. We haven't. We've come close. Like last season, we stayed up by a point. We haven't really been. Yeah, that was the closest we've come, was last season, staying up by a point. We finished, I think the lowest is, apart from last season, was like 16th, 17th, around there. We've had very bad starts to seasons, like bottom by sort of October, November. But no, we haven't gone down. I think that's only because of Victor Johansson last season. Was the only reason we stayed up, to be honest. And again, last season away at Ellen Road, I went to that game 6-0, was it? I think. It was 5-0 after 20 minutes, and honestly, it could have been 10. And I thought we're definitely getting relegated this season, but somehow survived.
Was that the promotion game though, when Leeds sealed promotion?
That was when Leeds sealed promotion. I was in the pub by the 80th minute. I'd left, so I didn't want to stay into that. We stayed as long as it became apparent before. Well, if they scored 10, that's quite a good thing to stay and see, because that's quite, gallows humour. That'll be quite funny. But then they gave us a bit of leeway, so we left at 70 odd minutes and headed off to the pub.
Yeah, well, like I say, you're not getting smashed by anybody in this league at the moment in the Championship. I don't think anyone's got that kind of scoring power this season. No,
not really. No, we haven't been. I don't think we've been hammered by anyone really. We just can't score. Just don't score. We've had so many, like I said, so many people injured. Just can't score goals. We've got a very good defence. Things like this now, the joint second best defence, but it's the other end that we can't really do anything.
Well, hopefully they'll pick up and get that top half finish, which sounds like that's the thing you're craving for this season, Tim. To be fair,
just the last decade, just top half.
Yeah.
Chris has been like that. Chris is like that in Sing When You Win. He's generally not been in the top half for 10 years.
I was actually. Didn't I finish third 1 year, a couple of years ago? And in the El Casco League, I'm 9th, top half.
We don't talk about those sort of leagues.
Yeah, we'll give it a mention at the end of the season if whoever wins. But yeah, right. As it's Brits weekend, which I know is the thing everyone's excited about this Friday morning, we're going to have 100 questions and answers about football songs that entered the UK charts.
I thought it was going to be a BRIT Awards quiz or something.
I mean, it could have been a BRIT Awards quiz, but I think we'd have all failed on that one. So, as ever, we'll do 3
Jarvis
rounds.
Cocker.
I don't know if Jarvis Cocker's never done a football song, has he? To be fair. Don't even know if Jarvis likes football.
I think he's a Wednesday fan.
Is he a Wednesday fan?
Yeah, I think
so he doesn't like football then. All right. So, Tim, we'll start with you. Pick a number between 1 and 100.
37.
37 is, in which decade did You'll Never Walk Alone re-enter the charts due to footballing events and tributes? There's actually 2 decades. If you pick one of them, you get a point.
It'll be the 80s, won't it?
Christian Hamill has got his hand in. Yeah, but he needs to put his hand down because you were right. You were right. It was the 1980s. You were right. No, Tim, it was your question. He was just trying to push in case you got it wrong. You don't need to apologise. It's not hands up here. He was just trying to get in there. Yeah, you've got so that's 1 point to you, Tim. Jersey Chris, as you put your hand up, go on. You're next.
15.
15 is which club? Oh, bloody hell! Which club released "Glory, Glory, Bleep Bleep," which charted in 1983?
Man United.
Yeah, I mean, I felt if I'd said "Glory, Glory, Man United," that would be too obvious. But anyway, yes,
maybe
ones
it would.
each. It maybe would have been, but yeah, bleep bleep. Steve, give us a number.
50.
50 is which comedian released "We Are England" for Euro 20? What? He's not a comedian. It said which comedian released "We're England" for Euro 2012.
Russell Brand.
He's not a comedian. I'll give you a clue. He's a football pundit who used to be on Sky.
Jeff Stelly.
No. He sings as well. He's a football pundit who used to sing. Chris Kamara, you're right. Yes. How the hell is he a comedian? But there you go. There you go, Tim. You steal the point. 2-1-0. Tim, you're next.
99.
99 is what unofficial England track by The Business charted in punk circles? I'll give you a clue. It's the title is the name of it's a famous England result. There's the clue.
Well, like the score.
Yeah, the score. Yeah.
4-2 to England.
No. England 5, Germany 1 was the answer, but you were never going to get that in a million years. Jersey Chris, over to you.
Well, 25.
25. Right. Who performed the chart-topping 1998 re-release of Three Lions?
Who did what, sorry?
Who performed either the original or the re-release of Three Lions?
In their lightning seeds.
You are right. It is them. So 2-2. Go on, Steve. You need this one to stay in the game.
Oh, no. 60.
60 is... What was the name of Bell and Sperling's second football hit? Their first one was Sven, 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 but apparently they had a second football hit. Do you know the name, Steve?
By who?
Bell and Sperling. Can you remember the dreadful song Sven, 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 Goran Eriksson?
No.
Really bad.
Yes, I do.
It was bad. But they had a second football hit, which I'll give you a clue was
be is it about Fabio Capello?
No, it was about a famous footballer in that team.
Oh,
Gaza. No. Beckham.
But what was the song called?
Yeah. It's his nickname, wasn't it?
David Beckham's
Golden Balls.
Golden Balls.
Yeah. Golden Balls, you're right,
Golden
Steve.
Balls.
Well done.
Really?
Yes, there you go. 2-2. Yeah, Steve was in the middle of talking. You can't just jump in.
Yeah, you can't just jump in.
I thought you could. So
I mean, you can when someone's finished and got it wrong. But Steve hadn't finished. All right, 2-2-1. Final round, Tim.
14.
Number 14 is what was the peak position of Anton Deck's "We're on the Ball"?
Now, did it get to number 1? Yeah, go on then. Number 1.
Anyone?
2.
It wasn't number 1. No.
5.
Why wouldn't you just say 3? It was 3.
Was it 3?
1, 2, 5.
Yeah, I just thought it was just a weird number.
No, if you'd gone 3, you'd have got it right. You didn't.
Technically,
right, okay.
I said 3 as well, though. So technically, I've just got the point in Chris's world.
Yes, Chris, go on. This would win the game for you if you get this right.
Okay, let's go 29.
29 is... Which World Cup did Shakira's Waka Waka enter the UK charts?
That was the African World Cup, wasn't it?
What year?
Well, yeah. Oh shit. When 2014.
He's wrong. Who wants to nick?
2010.
Yes. Tim's gone in the lead. I thought you'd have got that, Chris. Thought you'd have got that one. But yes, it was. But the answer was the year. It wasn't the South Africa, unfortunately, for you. Steve, see if you can go level with Chris.
Oh, 40.
40 is... Which World Cup anthem from Ricky Martin? I've never heard this song in my life. Reached the UK charts in 1998.
Livin La Vida Soccer.
That's the title for this week's pod. I really wish it was. Whoever was working with him, that should have gone Livin La Vida Soccer. That would have been amazing. Anyone want to have a guess at what it might have been? It's a crap name, by the way.
Has it got France in the title?
It doesn't.
Oh, I don't know then.
It's the cup of something.
Love.
Yeah.
Joy.
You were very close. It's
Joy.
the cup of life.
Oh.
Imagine what. I bet they were all singing that on the terraces in France back in 1998.
Bovril, cup of Bovril.
Yeah, the cup of Bovril. But yeah, Livin La Vida Soccer is definitely what they should have gone with. But yeah, congratulations to you, Tim. You have won this week's random ChatGPT quiz.
Well done, Tim.
Thank you. It's nice to be
There you
something
go.
this season.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, you might not get top half.
Season.
You might be bottom in the league and all of that good stuff. But hey, you've won the ChatGPT quiz. So yeah, that wraps it up for another week on this pod. So good luck, Tim, for the rest of the season. Let's hope you might be able to try. I don't think you are going to survive, are you? But you never know. But just think you're going to a better place called the Championship.
Yeah.
All good stuff. And good luck with Stoke getting the top half as well. We'll look out for them. You're not playing Borough again this season, so I will wish you well for the rest of the season. That's good stuff. Yeah, exactly. Well, got to look after our own and all of that. But yes, and thanks to you, Chris. Thank you to you, Steve, as well. Enjoy your football tomorrow night at Leeds. Fingers crossed.
So confusing, isn't it?
I know it's confusing. You're like, I'm not doing anything Wednesday night. What are you on about? Remember, you can follow us on Twitter or X, even if I can say it, at SWYW_FPL. If you're watching on YouTube, leave us a comment or a question. And thanks once again. They think it's all over. It is for another week. Enjoy your footballing week. Keep on singing and keep on winning. Goodbye.
Bye.
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 Get out of my podcast.